I wanted to tell you about something that I heard in a class today. Um, we heard it the other day. I heard it the other day, and then it was brought up again today, and I was like, that I gotta write that down. So it was we kill ourselves most of the week for one day off, right? When we work a full-time job, because how he said it was Monday through Friday, we're working our butts off, working, and you're looking forward to the weekend. And then Saturday is your day off. Saturday and Sunday is your day off, but really Sunday is not your day off if you have a Monday through Friday job, because on Monday you spend most of the day on Sunday dreading Monday. So you get one enjoyable day a week. That's pretty sad when you look at it that way.
That's very sad.
Welcome to Unleashing Your Greatest Potential with co-hosts Tina Guimar and Deborah Rogers.
Many people go along every day and they are not really passionate about what they do. They spend a lot of time working and very little time with their family, friends, and doing things that they love to do. Our intention for this show is to help you unleash your greatest potential and create extraordinary results in your personal, professional, and spiritual life. This will allow you to start focusing on the things that you love and to live a more purposeful life. Enjoy the show.
We wake up in the morning when we work a 40-hour work week, and even if it takes us 10 minutes to get to work, we wake up in the morning and the first thing that goes through our mind is, oh God, it's Monday, or it's Tuesday, or it's only Wednesday, or it's only Thursday, or thank God it's Friday. We go through life this way. And
I know.
And then we look back and we wonder where all our time is gone.
I know.
When we get to work at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock, whatever time you go to work, and you think, oh my God, I wish it was noon already. And then after
if
lunch,
you have those thoughts.
Yeah. And then after lunch, it's, oh my God, I wish it was 5 o'clock already. So for 40 hours, at least 45 hours a week, we're thinking, I wish it was 4 hours ahead or 5 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So it's no wonder our time goes so fast. But if you're building a business, then those off hours, there's 24 hours in a day, and it's up to you how you choose to use those other 16 hours. And Correct. A lot of people choose to spend 8 hours sleeping and 8 hours or 6 hours, give or take, doing household chores or whatever, or sitting in front of the TV that 83% or 93, 98% of other people do. And they go to work and they talk about what they saw on TV last night.
Yeah.
So
it's not saying that having a job is bad, because it's not.
No,
having a job is not bad if you love what you do.
Right.
Some people will wake up, are so happy to go to work. They get out of bed early, they have their morning routine, they go off to the office. That's perfectly fine. If you're happy and you love what you're doing, that is a totally different story. But if you, like I had called out to a couple of times, I saw people on Sunday post, and like these people would literally say they loved their job, like their 9-to-5 job. And then I would see a post on Sunday dreading Monday. Oh, I wish the weekend was longer. And I'm like, but then you don't really love your job. Because if you did, you wouldn't have those thoughts. You would be excited that your work week was coming back up again. So that's just something to think about. And if you are having the thoughts where you're like, oh, I don't want to drive to work today, or I can't I can't stand going to work or anything like that, then you need to reevaluate what you're doing, right? I was giving advice to someone at my job. I was giving advice to her. She had gotten a real estate license. She had a real estate license, and I'm like, "You have your real estate license?" I'm like, "What are you doing here?" You know, I know for me, it's taken time to build that up to where I need it to be, so I can, you know, transition from a 9 to 5 to my own thing. But I was giving her advice, and I told her, I said, imagine if you spent 8 hours lead generating every day. Do you know what kind of money you could be making? And then I said, wait a minute, maybe I should take my own advice. It's like, I'm giving her this advice and I'm over here like, you know, working 8 hours a day plus travel time plus the lunch, right? When you add up all these hours, what are you really making per hour? Somebody said it in the class today that I was in. They're like, if by the time you go to work, have your lunch, get out. If you get out late or you take work home with you, add up all those hours and then divide that into what you're making. And guaranteed it's not going to even be minimum wage, because for most people, because that's just ingrained into us that we have to work, 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 work. You have to work hard to get the things that you want, but it's not about working hard. It's about working smart.
Exactly. And it's not about working for somebody else, because that person's going to pay you just, it doesn't matter who they are. Normally they pay you just enough to keep you.
Right.
Not enough for you to do what you want to do in life with your life or for your family or to help people that you want to help. They pay you just enough so you don't leave.
Just enough so you can't leave.
Just enough so that you don't leave them and go somewhere else. Right. Just enough that you can't walk away from your job to do something else unless you find something else that you can do on weekends or whatever, and, you know, on your off hours instead of sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah.
And I say the TV because I used to be one that sat in front of the TV after 6 o'clock at night after dinner. Yeah. I sat in front of the TV. I don't do that anymore. I haven't sat in front of the TV. Take that back. Yesterday for 2 hours, I sat on the couch with Scott and we watched a travel show on Prime. And I just found it last week.
Time. That's your together time.
That's our together time, right? And that's what we did yesterday. And usually we'll sit down and we'll watch a movie or something, and that's only on Sundays. And that's when we sit down. It was storming outside then, and we didn't even get the 2 hours in because we had a thunderstorm, and I popped popcorn and we sat and watched it rain and thunder and under our tin roof over the patio, which was really smart, right? But that's what we did. You know, that was our TV time. Now my TV's turned off and it'll be off all week until next Sunday.
Yeah. That's awesome. And really, like I've heard some people say that it's impossible to have a balanced life. Well, it is if you don't love what you do. If you're dreading going to this job every day and you're miserable there, and then you come home and now you're tired and you don't want to work on yourself or your side business, right? These are the things that are going to hurt you in the long run. You really need to evaluate up front, is this going to get me to where I'm going for my future, right? And there's options out there. It's not like you have to like quit tomorrow and go full time doing this, because you can't build a business overnight. You really need that plan so that you can be working your 9 to 5, have the correct activities to market online, which is what we have in our action guide. You have to have those correct activities so you're not working like 20 hours a day. Because Debbie and I were working online so much because we were doing the wrong activities. And that's why we put this boot camp together, because we don't want you to do that. There's specific strategy that you can have in place so that you're not spending hours upon hours upon hours trying to get people to listen to you. That's important. Yeah. So if any, I'm telling you, if anybody that's watching this video, if you really feel like, yes, that's me, I can't stand going to work, I want to learn how to make my business into a place where I can leave my job if I want to, then let's chat. We will get on a call with you. We can do a strategy session. We can give you some tips and, you know, get you on the track to where you're going. Because if we keep doing the same things over and over and over every day, it gets to a point, like for me, I said, okay, I've been doing this, what I'm being told, for this long, but I'm not seeing the results I should be seeing by now. There's something wrong. That's what happened. And I was like, we're missing something. So that's why Debbie and I went on this, you know, journey to find those missing pieces, and we're bringing them here to you because it's a struggle and we don't want anybody to struggle.
Right. It's not fun. Struggle is not fun, whether it's in your part-time job that you do at home or from home to build up to so that you can leave your job. And the first thing is what we go over in unit 1 is you got to find out what your passion is. You got to find out if what you're doing on your side hustle, as some people call it, if that's within your scope of your passion. If it's not, you're going to dread doing it just like you dread going to work. So you're not going to put in extra hours. You're not going to put any extra time. You're not going to do what needs to be done. And you're kidding yourself about building it because you're not going to be there when you need to be there. You're not doing what you need. You're not going to do what you need to do. And it's a pipe dream. And I think we all know what a pipe dream is. A pipe dream is something that we're hoping for, we're not working for. So that's a pipe dream. And I've had a few pipe dreams in my life too. I wanted them. I thought I wanted them so bad, but I didn't want them bad enough to work for them. It was all just, I was hoping for them or dreaming about them. But it's
and that will change too as you go along.
Absolutely.
You have to become resilient. So in that day 1 is about vision, and that's for you to start thinking about and, you know, really figuring out and getting clear on what it is that you want. Because if you don't know what you want, you're going to be spinning your wheels and going down this other path. I was just talking to somebody last week, and they were a real estate agent, right? And they were making a lot of money and left. They just left real estate because it wasn't what they were passionate about. They thought that if I do this and I get this amount of money, then I'm going to be happy. And they got there and they didn't find that happiness, right? Because that happiness has to come from within inside. And they did it for the income, but it wasn't their passion. So now they've wasted all this time. They've had to sit for their license to get their license. They had to take the exam. They had to do all this stuff. And now they don't even want to be in real estate because they don't love it. It's like that's when it becomes work for you. And that's why I wanted out of accounting, because I didn't love accounting. I loved helping people, my staff. I loved helping them get to where they wanted to go within the company, you know, the company goals. If they wanted to advance their career, we would set goals for them and we would go through that and get them to where they wanted to be. And that's the part of my job that I loved. And everybody's like, what do you mean you don't want to do accounting anymore? You love accounting. I'm like, no, I don't love it. I was good at it. That's the thing. I was good at it. I didn't love it. I didn't love looking at numbers and working on spreadsheets all day. I loved helping people. I was the team lead at the beginning. Everybody would come to me if they needed help with something and I would guide them. That's what I loved. And when that got taken away from me, I was lost. I was just talking about this today. I got lost because I was my job. Everything at that point was work, work. Everything was work. And when that was not there anymore, I was like, well, who am I? I'm not my job. I'm me. I had to dig deep down inside of there and figure out who I was again because I lost myself. And I did that for 20 years. So people might think that I'm nuts for doing a career change, but you know what? You have to put you first. You are number one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I went on a rant.
Totally understand. Totally understand. It's, you know, our experience we want to share with people to keep other people from going through and suffering and struggling like we have. That's why we're here. That's why we share this information. So we want to keep you from having to experience the same thing that we've experienced, the bad part, which was the struggle.
And even if you are new, and I say new like this because even if you just signed up yesterday, somebody else signed up today. Or if you just got started yesterday, somebody else just got started right this minute. So take that and just figure out how you're going to continue to move forward, because there's people that are newer than you in what you're doing. So just keep that in mind as well.